Here's the Chesterton Tribune, Thursday, January 20th, 2022. And Duneland resident leads winter hikes through the dunes. Written by Susan Hauser, Chesterton Tribune. This is at Central Avenue Beach on the top there. What better way to spend a frosty, wintry day than to take a hike? That's the attitude of Ron Seaman, who for more than 6 years has led one or more group hikes a day in Indiana dunes and other nature preserves close to Chesterton. People who come out to hike in the winter want to be here, he says. You have to say yes to 33-degree weather and ice and snow. The rewards are great, says Seaman. For one thing, hikers won't encounter mosquitoes, ticks, or other summer nuisances on a snowy trail. In the winter time, sound travels better because there are no leaves in the trees, so you are likely to hear and see wildlife such as owls and woodpeckers and even a distant coyote. So now we'll go to page 8. The top photo, Ron Seaman inspecting woodpecker holes. And Ron Seaman and group on a snowy trail in January. Everything looks different in the winter, Seaman observes. There's no canopy of leaves, so you can see for a greater distance. At night, you can see the stars and moon, sometimes comets or the northern lights. Seaman, a retired computer scientist who with his wife and son moved to Chesterton in 1998, doesn't charge a cent for his curated hikes, as he calls them. Those who join him are treated to his sunny attitude and his vast knowledge of nature. He is an Indiana master naturalist. Local history and such diverse topics as health and computers. I want people to laugh and learn and exercise, and they can do all those things on a hike. Regular hikers say his enthusiasm for nature is contagious, says Josephine Martinez, who began hiking with Seaman about a year ago. He brings our awareness to nature using all of our senses and by pointing out flowers, bird sounds, the quietness, the sounds of the waves, and the sense of the trails. Local attorney Shelley Kuzemka Limpis said that after hiking with Seaman, she was inspired to become an Indiana master naturalist herself and to begin volunteering at the Indiana Dunes State Park. Even though I lived in Chesterton over 20 years, she says, I didn't know about these opportunities. A hiker who was inspired by Seaman's happy, healthy outlook is Lana Thompson of Valparaiso, who says she stopped smoking and has to date lost 32 pounds after venturing out on a hike last spring. I began hiking 3 or 4 times a week with him, she says. Before that, I'd probably hike 5 times total in my whole life. To prepare for hiking in winter's frigid temperatures, Seaman says a hefty investment is not necessary. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on athletic gear. Rather, he says the trick is to layer wearing a couple pairs of socks, long underwear, underpants, a shirt under a sweater, and warm gloves and a hat are essential. When you are ready to invest in better equipment, Seaman advises, start with quality boots. Another useful item, especially for those with balance issues, is a pair of trekking poles. He notes that a lot of stores currently are offering sales of winter clothing and gear. For an easy winter hike, Seaman recommends the relatively flat trail number 10 in the state park. Hiking at sunset along Lake Michigan's shore may afford a spectacular view of the sinking sun lighting up Chicago skyscrapers. But stay on the sand and steer clear of lake ice, he cautions. Seaman says another reason he likes winter hikes is that when it's colder, the group tends to draw closer together. The result is more give and take between hikers and a greater bonding experience. Rudy Moedo, who volunteers at the state park, said the bonding is his favorite part of Seaman's hikes. It's kind of like a social thing, he notes. You run into some interesting people on the hikes. Everyone has a story. Kathy May says she enjoys the camaraderie of Seaman's hiking groups so much that she requested a group hike to celebrate her recent birthday, and then she invited Seaman to her birthday party. Winter is depressing for me, she admits, but the hiking group has really helped alleviate that. That connection with other people is a big thing for me. If you would like to join a hike, check out www.indianaduneshiking.com or text Ron Seaman at 219-370-9119 for information, or email indianaduneshiking, all one word, at gmail.com. Thank you for listening and watching the wobbly iPhone.